News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with our new CBS News poll that shows the political damage President Biden suffered from last week's cringeworthy debate. CBS's Jennifer DePinto says some voters have shifted support to former President Donald Trump.
He now has a 3-point edge over President Biden across the collective battleground states, and he has a 2-point edge nationally. In June, Mr. Biden led Trump by 1 point across the battleground.
Mr. Biden meets with Democratic governors in person and virtually today to assure them at 81 years old he still has what it takes to beat Mr. Trump in November. CBS's Aaron Navarro.
This comes after governors have expressed some concerns in a private call about President Biden's debate performance and how to impact his campaign.
A slightly weakened Category 4 Hurricane Beryl is set to slam the island of Jamaica today. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson.
The big concern that I have is the 6 to 9 feet of storm surge right along the coast, particularly on the north side of the island, because the water is going to be pushed on shore there.
Correspondent Tom Hansen is awaiting the wind and water in Montego Bay.
For anyone trying to get out of Jamaica and out of the path of Beryl, that window has closed because the airports have closed. As Beryl passes through Jamaica, it will then set its sights onto the Yucatan Peninsula. That's where it's headed next.
The storm's blamed for 6 deaths in the eastern Caribbean. If you're heading out for the 4th and you're driving, don't say we didn't warn you. Correspondent Scott McFarlane is tracking the holiday getaway.
The numbers are just eye-popping. 60 million people will drive more than 50 miles this week. That's millions more than last year. And so many of them not in their own cars. Hertz Rental Car says today is among the busiest days for car pickups.
New hope for people with Alzheimer's. The FDA has approved a second drug, donanemab, to slow the disease progression. CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. John LaPook.
It works by binding amyloid, which you've heard about for years, this gooey substance that covers the nerves and it stops the nerve cells from talking with each other. And the idea was to try to get that out. They do it with monthly infusions. It's only been shown to work for people with early onset.
And experts say complications can include bleeding in the brain. A new benefit for grandmas and grandpas overseas. CBS's Vicki Barker is at the foreign desk.
Parents in Sweden currently get some 16 months paid parental leave, most of that based on their full salary. Now they can sign over as much as 3 months of that leave to allow grandparents to step in too.
Sweden offers a total of 480 days of paid leave per child. S&P futures down 5. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these dash cam news adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 64 degrees in Oakland, California.